What's up, everybody? Welcome to the #2 podcast in the world. No big deal. I'm just saying, no big deal. Okay. Thank you guys so much, and I'm sure all the people who make a reaction video content about how we fall off. I'm sure you'll make videos about how we're succeeding, right? Because you're honest journalists, right? Who just call it how it is. So we're looking forward to last week's. You must have missed it last week when we were #3, but it's okay. It was busy. It's a holiday weekend. Now that we're #2, obviously there'll be double the amount of videos, right? Because they're honest. They're not just trying to use negativity for.
They'll
clicks.
wait till we go to #4 and say we've fallen off again.
Oh, that is the strategy. You're right. You're right.
Things have been going great since we've been a far left podcast.
Yo, once you embrace these vids, I was just trying to make us gay this whole time, and we fought it.
Dude, we're a socialist podcast. That shit is awesome. That shit is sick as hell.
Yo, you gotta watch out, man. I was watching these. I was watching this that debate with Jordan Peterson. I was watching clips from the Jubilee.
I haven't seen it.
There's just a bunch of things coming up, but an interesting thing is happening. It's like whoever's like in power or whatever, your arguments get weak. Like the king don't need justification for what he does. He's the king. He goes, I want to build a parking lot over there. He don't need to justify it to the transit authority why that will or won't affect traffic. He's just like, build the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
When you're not in power control, your arguments seem to be sharp. So, and I was saying this shit about Shapiro. Like Shapiro had great utility when conservatives, were in power and they were getting bullied for their beliefs and they didn't have, good arguments to, back up their lifestyle choices and their belief system. Yeah. Now that they're in power, they don't need Shapiro. And that's why, Daily Wire is struggling and the views are down and nobody really cares. He's no social utility. But now that Republicans are in power again, the liberals' arguments need to be incredible. They're not like pink-haired, armpit-haired, the fucking septum piercing. These motherfuckers are coming with receipts. They're not playing around.
They have statistics and
stuff. They got stats, and they're ready to go. And they're just like, the one dude from the clip, I have to watch, I guess, more of the whole interview, the Jubilee, but it looked like he was cooking Jordan. He's like...
Son, you Christians looking shaky in the light right now.
It was the opposite.
It
was kind of like the people who are wearing Christianity as like a costume, some people might say. And he was like, yo, it's kind of like what Wes said. He's like, either you in or you out. Is not like, I'm kind of into Christian values.
I feel like Christians are making a comeback because, to your point, they were kind of not mainstream for a little while. It was kind of like being atheist or being agnostic or being spiritual was what it was. So the Christians were just sharpening the swords, getting the arguments ready. And now they let's go.
And think about that, right? All these... social media influencers that, fake jumped to Islam because they thought that was their only way out. If they just waited like 4 more months, they could have stayed Christian. They could have stayed Christian. Now they got to burn in hell. Not my rules. Not my rules.
I see y'all there. I don't know about that.
We all going to be there as well. We got to choose up. Anyway, it's interesting to see. And like, call it whatever you want. It is kind of cool. You've heard this expression, like the free marketplace of ideas. Like it is kind of operating in that way. There's a lag and it takes time, but this is what we want. And if you could like zoom out and look in like 10-year periods, you'd be like, wow, this is kind of cool what's happening. Is that these people get in control. These people go, okay, we need better arguments so that we can get control. They develop better arguments. They get control. These people go, okay, we need better arguments. And it's this constant back and forth. And hopefully it pushes us to a good place. So.
And if you are exploiting a demographic to get money, eventually when that happens, when you get to that position and you're not sharp, fall right back down.
Fall right back down, Or people just say you're exploiting things and then you just become the #2 podcast. Like, no big deal. No big deal. We're looking forward to all the videos, guys. Because we know you're honest journalists. You're not just doing clickbait titles and changing your thumbnails constantly so you can get views. Because you don't anymore. It's good to be on top.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're just going to clip this shit in there. Yeah, come on, man.
No, we love you. Thank you for all the press. Okay, what's up with y'all, man? How was your Memorial Day?
Yeah, I had a great Memorial Day weekend, man.
What'd you do?
So my best friend, I went to Philly, underrated city. My wife's best friend's
It's
wedding
rated.
was
It's
fun.
rated. It's rated. It is.
But-
I gotta push back on that. It is rated.
This is the guy who complains about Manhattan.
This is. I know.
Because
How do you-
Manhattan's
how you complain
talked
about
about so
Manhattan?
poetically. And it's like,
Akash is an
it's fine.
expectation reality person. We're all that way, but he's the most extreme
I could
way.
be very. That's yeah.
We're-
I'm not gonna argue with any of this.
You know how he is like great analysis on me? Like every
Yeah.
time he talks about me, I'm like, you fucking, what,
Yeah.
we've been friends for 20 years?
yeah, I'm doing that's
You've been
yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah.
He's an expectation.
That's- yeah.
If I build something up too big for Akash, it will never meet those expectations.
true.
Yeah.
Because he believes the expectation.
I worship this guy.
Reaction video. Can you believe comedians have fun on a podcast together? What a crazy idea.
you're gonna be disappointed
They
your
even
whole
laugh
life.
at each other's jokes. What? Insane.
Oh, man, God bless. God
I
bless. God
can't
bless.
believe how someone who just sits in their room for 80 hours a week watching podcasts with no friends doesn't understand social dynamics. What an insane idea that someone with no friends doesn't understand how friends laugh with each other. Wow.
Anyway,
Okay. But, so you go, so yeah, if somebody goes, yo, this is the best restaurant, you're like, okay, it's the best restaurant.
Yeah.
And then
Somebody,
you try
you're
it.
the person that says everything's the best.
Because everything is the best to me.
he's
And
prisoner
then
of
he's
the
always
moment.
disappointed.
Me
I'm
and Derek,
expectations
me
reality.
and Derek Poston are golden retrievers with a shiny new tennis ball that doesn't shine, but a fluffy new tennis ball. That's who we are. It is just whatever we try is the best thing that we've ever had in our life until we try another thing and then
Socialism.
forget about that one.
Yeah.
But I got to see Jelly Roll.
Oh, where?
Jelly Roll was in Philly.
Amazing.
So we met up. We actually played basketball. Jelly Roll's losing all this weight. He's
I
playing
know.
basketball every day.
I know.
It's like a fun old guy run. You
I
know
knew
what I
he
mean?
was getting skinny because he doesn't wear the Hokas anymore.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm in normal people shoes.
he's got skinny guy shoes.
So I
Yeah.
saw him sprint. And then I went to go see him with Post Malone
Hmm.
at the Philly Stadium. Where do they play? City Field or whatever?
Yeah.
And I went to go see him. I snuck out of a wedding. I went for like an hour.
Piece of
made
shit.
it back.
Not piece of shit. It's day 4.
Oh, yeah, you guys
Yeah,
ran
I was
back.
there for the
Yeah.
important part. I saw them get married. I snuck out of the reception.
Yeah.
My wife was in a dance. I missed a little bit of the dance, but she gave me permission. She was like, "Go."
Back to being a piece of shit.
I missed 30 seconds. I missed 30 seconds of dance. Made it back in time.
She gave him permission. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at his eye. Does it look like she gave him permission?
This is a
for that?
humiliation ritual.
Is that what it looks like? You think she gave him
I got Macron.
permission?
Yeah, hit him with
That Macron video hit, and Akash said to the group, and he's like, it's disrespectful what wives will do, man. Putting their hands on a husband, this is horrific. There gotta be laws against this.
Yeah. Did you see his press release? Macron was like, it was a joke. We're just goofing.
All right.
It's like, all right.
Oh man.
You get beat up by an elderly woman.
Just boys being
yeah.
boys.
I say that. Some locker room fun. Maybe he's having some locker room fun. Look at him.
Dude,
Dude,
the way his face
wild, yo.
locks in.
This wild, yo.
This is The Office. This is literally
Yo,
like,
that's wild.
oh,
fuck out of here.
hi.
That shit is fire.
Macron's just like, why do I always have to suck your dick on a place? Allegedly, though. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now that was some man shit.
That was.
Yeah,
That was.
I'll be honest, that felt feminine. It felt like a feminine mush.
I agree with Mark here. It's the first time that I thought that his wife might actually be a woman.
Oh, really?
Because she double pushed the face.
Oh, I only saw one hand.
No, there's 2 hands.
Oh, I only
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
one.
To me, a double mush it is.
But I feel women, it's slap. It's the no power slap.
yeah.
Son, there's
I've got it plenty of times.
one way
Power in you.
Alex like, I don't really want to have the baby.
Damn, bro. God damn. Ouch.
She said that.
Power slap is a good league, though.
Nah, yeah. I would take open head slap over punch any day. So it's fine.
But the mush, I think we've said it before, is like the most disrespectful.
Oh God, dude!
It's the most disrespectful
it's the
version
most
of aggression.
Fucking disrespectful thing in the world.
Yeah. In front of all your people, this
Oh
is
my
like.
God, on camera.
Yeah.
That lives forever, dude.
Yeah.
I'd rather not be president than be president and get mushed by my wife one time.
What do you think? You think he like stole her Blue Chew? Like, what do you think happened? Like, what? Yeah, what do you think? Candace, this is your fault, Candace.
It is.
Yeah,
None
it
of us
is.
thought this was even a possibility
Yeah.
before you started bringing this up, and it's far too interesting for us to ignore. Don't worry about the truth if the lie is more entertaining.
Yes.
Was it Charlotte
That's
says all the
exactly
time?
what happened.
Anyway.
That's also child abuse, ain't it? She like 70.
Yeah. True.
Like 30.
If it is her kid,
Yeah, right?
His kid.
No. Well,
Well,
if Macron's wife is actually his dad
yeah.
and his dad is beating on him,
That's abuse.
that's CPS. We got to call CPS, man.
Oh, good parenting.
Yeah.
Potato.
I think this is proof she's for sure a woman. Because, like, why would you be so confident to abuse your husband in public? When he's like, bro, I have the biggest nuclear bomb on you ever.
Because she's a wife, bro. You have a very unique circumstance with your wife where you get to do whatever you want and she's just cool with it.
I haven't been abused yet.
My wife is borderline abusing me. I had to say this weekend at one point, like, why are you talking to me like this in front of people? Now I'm not even. You know,
I'd rather you mush me.
But now I'm not even like, I've just accepted the talking to me like this. I'm like, can you just not do it in front of our friends so they lose respect for me? I'm concerned about my friends losing respect for me. Okay? There's no recourse. There's nothing I can do. So can you not talk to me like this in front of them at least?
Yeah, text me.
That's it.
Oh my God. You know, the only defense is to just laugh at them.
Yeah, that's a good one. And now I look like you.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
look like an enforcer for a shitty hockey team.
But if you keep laughing, sometimes they'll laugh. Sometimes you get in bigger trouble, but you're already in trouble. Who cares?
So you just start laughing when they
I just
do-
smile.
Man, now I got to try that one. That would drive my wife
Yo,
crazy.
you
She
know-
would grab the heaviest shit.
Son.
Heaviest shit around. I don't know if I'm ready to do all
Yeah,
that.
you know a
laughing.
real hack that drives him crazy? I'll give her an empty apology.
Yeah.
And then she'll go, I go, you're right, I'm sorry, with like nothing in my eyes.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
she'll go, don't apologize if you don't mean it. And I go, you're right, I'm sorry. With even less.
Oh my God.
And then when she gets mad, I'm like, what? I'm apologizing.
No,
How
no.
can you be mad at me?
Yeah, this black guy makes sense.
Yeah, it
I'm on
really
her
does.
side. I'm on
The
her
only
side.
thing I do is I have a wet dream loud in front of her.
Whoa, loud. What the fuck?
Once I notice I'm nutting, I just start going, oh, feels so good to come again.
Jealous.
Yo, for real. Man, it's been so long since I had sex. It's crazy. It's crazy the amount of time. And she keeps inviting her family out. I'm like, what are you trying to make happen to me? What are you trying to make happen to me? I got a boner shitting the other day. I don't know what that means. 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 But my dick hit the bottom of the toilet seat. It started to come up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Keys splashing up against me. I'm like, what is happening right now? I need to have sex immediately.
Yo, it's good to know you still got it like that at 41 years
yeah.
old.
I thought I did.
Only going out.
Prostate tickled, bro.
Honestly, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. I'm so backed up. The second my prostate felt any pressure,
Yeah, go time.
I remember I had an everything bagel, 2 eggs, American cheese, and bacon extra crispy. I tried to take a shit and my dick slapped the front of the fucking toilet from the inside.
Yo.
I mean, what is that? That's a form of abuse to me, I feel.
Yeah, in a way.
my God.
In a
That's
way.
a form of abuse. Remember that person that kept their whole family in a basement in Cleveland? So that they didn't have to experience Cleveland and we thought that he was a villain?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Remember that? No, you know what you should have done is just let them out once a week and they'd be like, man, put me back in that fucking bunker. I don't want to see this shit. Anyway, how you guys have a good
Wait, what about the jelly roll show? Jelly roll,
You
jelly
guys
roll.
there just
Yo, Jelly Rolls, I'm so proud of this fucking guy, dude. 40,000 people. You're going backstage and seeing 40,000 people. He put me on a little golf cart with him before he went out there. I was side stage. But the craziest part is when you're on the golf cart and you just see every
You were his caddy.
I was in the back. I sat in the back like a black guy. Just seeing 40,000 people going nuts. And then he goes out there, huge pop. They sing a song together. And it was just so fucking cool to see Jelly. Like, he's so insanely famous.
Look, I think I might have said this on a pod. I forget which one it was, but like, he is a phenomenal performer.
Yeah.
Like, and the only way that you can really learn how to be an amazing performer is by doing shitty shows for a decade or two and really learning how to connect and move a crowd.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who like, maybe they come up in like the Disney circuit or a pop song will go crazy and they never suffered through doing a shitty show in the back of a fucking barn. Like, and I'm not trying to toot comedians' horns here, but like for most comedians, it takes like a decade doing horrible shows around the country and you learn how to win in those environments. And you see a guy like him who's done that for 20 fucking years and then he blows up. And I watched him when we were in Miami. He's at Carbone Beach in Miami. Now, this is Jelly Roll. Is that probably what you would think is the least Jelly Roll-esque environment that he could be in, right?
Probably.
Like
Yeah.
Latinos, crypto, billionaire, like just the most Miami. It's Formula One weekend. It's like you wouldn't think it's Jelly. Within 60 seconds of being on stage,
Got
the
everybody.
whole room
Yeah.
Yeah.
focused on him, ready to party, ready to have a good time. And it's just when you say that he was just rocking, it's just this is what happens when you put in the fucking work.
Yeah.
And it's just it's amazing.
Also, guys, tour dates, akashsing.com. I know we're going to Salt Lake City, June 19th through 21st. A lot of other dates we're going to add, but I dropped a little, it's not quite as special, but it's kind of a special. I got high on 420, did shrooms, and went on stage, had a blast. If you want to check it out, go to my YouTube page. It's also on my TikTok. We'll upload clips on Instagram, but YouTube got the full special. Akash Singh, 420 show. I think it's called Stand Up on Shrooms for now, but just look for it. It's fun. Love y'all. Thank you.
Hello, beautiful people. World's fastest dates read, okay? Tonight, New York City, I got a show at Mary Lou. It's going to be awesome. You can get tickets on my website or my bio. And then I'm going to Buffalo, Raleigh, Poughkeepsie, Portland, Fort Worth, Austin,
Right there,
Texas,
mouth right there. That's what it
Stanford,
looks like.
Philadelphia, a bunch of other places. You can get it all on my website, Mark Gagnon Live. All the tour dates will be there. I can't wait to see you guys at the shows. Goodbye.
And Post was awesome, too. I saw Post, and I was like, this guy is, like, so fucking gifted as a musician.
So
Just-
I think Post got he has like he has the ear.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you see people cross genres like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like some people can play music really well, but they don't know how to make a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he plays instruments that
He
well.
played the guitar. He played it well.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a Stevie Ray Vaughan
No,
or like
okay,
a Jimi Hendrix, but I think his ear is elite.
We talk about Kodak like this. Like he just has a musical sensibility that he can understand if it's good or not.
Yep. It's what's the Louis Vuitton guy, the LVMH
Pharrell.
guy?
Pharrell.
Virgil Abloh.
No, Virgil or like the LVMH Arnaud, whatever.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like it's,
Bernard Arnault,
it's
yeah.
taste.
Okay.
It's just like some people have it. They know what looks good. They know what feels good. They know what sounds good. And I think that might be his, like the difference maker from him. Because literally came out with a rap song and it was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does country, it's fire.
Yeah, and with him, it doesn't feel like hopping to a market. It just feels like he wants to do all that. It feels very natural.
He loves music.
Yeah.
Bro.
I
In
love
the beginning, it looked a little hopping.
Well, Charlemagne put the fucking pressure on. Yeah. Shit was Indiana Pacers, 94 feet. What are you doing for black people? He's like, making music so you could get some ass too. What do you want?
Nah, but it was crazy. He came in with the jersey, cornrows, and stuff like that, and then he switched up real quick.
I also,
But now it's
Fuck
like,
white people that use cornrows as a way to look cool, man.
yeah.
Whatever you do not put that picture up.
Both of y'all's pictures. That's funny.
Yeah, you got one too,
I had a
right?
cornrow phase.
Yeah.
It was a week. I did it for homecoming week in high school, and they said, you got to take those out.
They made you change your
I
hairstyle.
went to a private school. And I was like, don't touch my hair. Yeah. Yeah, they tried to make me take it off.
That's fire, bro.
it actually looks good.
That's
you look
fire.
Spanish.
Yeah, you really do it. You become
Yeah.
poppy. a
I'm
little bit.
Spanish Orthodox, bro. All right, so tell me, the concert was amazing. You had a great time.
So great. And just seeing Jelly Roll, like James Hetfield from Metallica's in the green room and like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just-
so
yeah.
sick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and this is a guy, like, it was cool for me to meet him because he's just like a legend, but Jelly like looks up to this guy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and he was like, this guy's coming. It was like to see him in that element. And I'm watching people when they react to him, they're losing their fucking minds, and he handles it all so great. You always handle it really well too. But I just see him, these things I noticed about both you guys, there's no discomfort with it. And it's cool that he's still doing tours with these massive acts when he could be headlining. He said the reason I do it is because I keep learning from people.
Hell yeah.
And he was like, when I watch Post, I see how comfortable he is up there and how he takes his time and he doesn't press. And he goes, me. And I've actually learned this from you early on. I always feel like, okay, what's this? And I see you just really take time and be like, we're all good. There's a confidence that's like, everything's going to be good. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to find the best moments. I'm going to find whatever. And Jelly's like, I learned that from Post. That's what I learned this tour. The next tour, I'm going to go with somebody else. I'm going to learn something else. And it's so egoless. Like he could probably headline, sell out, whatever on his own. And he's like, nah, I'll split money, whatever, however they work it out, I don't know. But like, I'll do it with this guy and I'll learn something from him.
And do the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna say no to a jelly post?
I mean, it's an insane show.
Field.
It was an insane. I didn't even understand when he said he was doing like the Phillies. I just assumed it was him.
Yeah.
And then to see it's post show, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the Eminem shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, all time.
Jelly started out as a rapper. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Eminem shows up to one. Now, granted, they got the song together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like, Eminem doesn't show up for anything.
Yeah.
Eminem shows up for Detroit and 50 Cent and Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. I love the way he's living life. But then he goes to see Jelly. Dog, when we played basketball, he was like, pull up, we're going to be hooping. They're at the 76ers practice facility. Like, they're just opening it up for Jelly and his boys to go play ball. And it's like, I said to him, because he came to see me at Zany's, which was so cool. And like, he had to sneak into the back, whatever. This was February. And I was like, you know you're famous, right? And he was like, no. And then this time I was like, you know you're fucking famous, right? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, we're in the Sixers practice facility. What are you talking about?
Let me tell you how much jelly's popping. Over the last 3 months, any car service that I've gotten, right? Like if I'm going to do a gig or I'm going to do some event or whatever, and they order a car for it.
Yeah.
And they tell you, oh, we'll pick you up. And every single one, and I've taken pictures of this specifically, every single one in the last 3 months, the driver is listening to only Jelly Roll.
That's
On
insane.
it's a Jelly Roll playlist on Spotify, or one was listening to Pandora. I didn't even know that was still around.
Yeah.
But like and at first I was like, do they know? Like, I'm such a crazy person. After it happened 3 times, I'm like, you know how like when we have a guest come on, sometimes we'll play music that we know the guest likes, and then the guest is always like, how the fuck you guys have all our hits? Yeah. After like a few times, I'm like, oh no. He is just so tapped in that is the go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is we did a song about COVID
Yeah.
that he got dropped from his PR firm.
Almost
for.
ruined his career.
Yeah.
He got dropped from his label.
Yeah.
Or from the PR
He
company.
did one thing with us. He did one thing with us, and his entire life's work was almost for naught.
I remember Al, when you met him, you said he's like the most genuine guy. And I still feel that. He's so comfortable in his own skin, so much himself, like doesn't feel the need to do any, like put it on at all, which I do still. But I was looking at him, I was like, man, this guy is just, he was so ready for this.
You killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jelly. Love you, Jelly.
Love you, dogs. All right, how was your guys' weekend?
I had fun.
What'd you do?
Family also in Philly.
You were both in Philly.
Yeah.
Did you guys make an effort to hang out with one
We
another?
did make
tried.
an effort.
Yeah.
We did
You made
make
an effort.
Yeah.
But you didn't end up doing it.
We endeavored.
He was hanging with Jelly Roll.
I didn't know he was there the whole time. I didn't hit him till
I had a
yesterday.
wedding. Many days. Sunday was my only free day, actually, or Monday, whenever I hit
Yeah. My mom refuses to get in my Tesla.
Why?
She's anti.
you. Liberal, dude.
Yeah.
Anti-Elon?
Yeah.
That's fire.
She goes to like protest now.
No,
Oh, she bored, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But I
wild.
like it. She's made some friends.
All due
and, like,
respect, if your mom ever needs a ride, she could call me up.
yo, I will. You want a
saying.
second black eye? That's what you want.
I'm saying, no, I'm saying,
that's
respectfully,
crazy.
I'll be like an Uber driver. I'm just right color.
Yeah, right on his face.
She won't know any different.
All
So what do you do
Did
if
you
you're
hear what
like,
Miles just said, bro?
Not to say anything up here. Nothing up here.
Like, I'm like blown
Yeah, that was
away.
wild.
Nothing up here.
He said that your mom would
No.
ride on Akash's face.
No,
with
I
all
did
due
not say
respect, I don't even know if I feel
That
comfortable
is the
saying
most
that.
disrespectful thing she could do to him. So it's like I like that.
oh, that's a good point.
You
You
think
don't
that's
get nothing out of it.
Oh, okay, so he could dominate him.
Yeah.
Okay,
What do you
that's
mean?
your opinion.
Just suffocate him.
What's this guy talking about?
So what do you do if you're trying to be like, yo, let's go
No,
to
we're not
dinner?
jumping off this. Hold on. So
Who else is
we're
jumping
not
off?
going to jump off this. So you feel no disrespect of your mom, with all due respect, obviously, to your mother.
Hopefully he said that.
No, he didn't
I
say
did.
that.
I said with all due respect.
Okay, boom.
No,
Yeah,
he
right
did not say that at
Nah,
all.
he did.
But you wouldn't feel uncomfortable at all if your mom sat her Puerto Rican vagina
Oh, dude.
on Akash's face.
She gotta
is
get
growth,
hers.
dude.
That's what I'm
This is
saying.
growth.
She gotta get hers.
This is growth.
Yeah.
This woman hadn't taken a lover since decades.
Yo, can I tell
Get a
y'all a
little
story about?
turmeric on that little thing.
Yo, son,
I don't like this growth anymore.
she gonna
Take
give.
care of any inflammation she got.
Exactly.
She gonna give
Good.
Akash one of them henna tattoos. Right there. She gonna look like a Maori warrior. Yo, can I tell y'all a story real quick? My boy. All right. All right. This happened years ago. Okay, I just want to let you know. This happened years ago.
That's my trick too.
This happened so long ago. It's crazy. Way long time ago, before any of us even knew each other, right?
Yeah.
My boy was just like, it's a stressful week or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna go get a massage, right? Years ago, so many. And I'm like, what type of massage? He goes, I'm gonna go get a massage, whatever. Just go get a massage. Says, goes to his place, and he goes, he knew it was up when he went into the place. He went to the bathroom, and there was fucking Listerine bottles, Costco size, right? Like huge fucking paper towels.
I like the way
everything
this guy
that.
rolls.
He goes, I know what time it is. He goes in the room. The way that my friend tells stories is like everything happens to him. Like he's not trying to make anything happen. Like the world just happens to him.
Yeah,
So he's like, I'm getting a massage innocently. She just starts tickling my balls or whatever like that. she's like, do you want to turn over? She goes, do you want a happy ending? She's obviously Asian or whatever. He goes, you want a happy ending? And he goes, I don't really know. And he goes, no, she said, come on, let me give you a happy ending. She's begging him according to my friend. And he goes, how much is it? And she goes, $80 for $80 for a blowjob. $80 for blowjob. And he goes,
I'm not a bargain basement blowjob.
He goes, I don't know if I need, but just a hand job is fine. She goes, 60. He goes, 60? Now, my friend's a little bit of a negotiator, right? So he's like, hold on, 60? Like that's like the medium Coke at the movie theater. Yeah, it's a meaningless price. You either get the large or the small. So he goes, 60, I don't know. Like, keep in mind, he's naked and erect, negotiating with the Chinese lady before ice breaks through the wall to take her back to wherever she came from. So he goes, fine, all right, just 60, give me the whatever, right? Flips him over. He goes, 6 pumps, 4, 5, 6, explodes. Okay? She looks at him, she goes, okay, 50.
Oh, that's funny.
Son came so fast. She knocked off $10 from the hand job.
She felt he was stealing. If I take this, it's unfair.
Yo, now any normal person in that circumstance would just give it a 60, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, dude.
Got
I mean,
change.
got
change.
Yeah, getting change is hilarious.
Got change.
Dollar bills stuck
my
together.
God.
Bro.
That's so good.
All right, what about you, Mark? What'd you get into this weekend?
Oh, God.
I had a barbecue on my roof. Everyone came over. It was a nice time.
Yeah.
Miles was there. Shifty came by. David. It was a wonderful time. Nothing gay happened at all.
I was going to go there with it. So nothing at all happened between them? They've kind of figured out their relationship and who the chicken is and who the egg is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I mean, I haven't noticed any gay tension between you guys.
I hate that this somehow got turned on.
What do
me.
you mean somehow? There's nothing somehow
It's your
about it.
fucking weekend. Talk about it. Mark also is lying. He said he had a barbecue. He brought a guy over to bring all the meat and cook it. Mark just sat there and was like, "Are you sure?"
Wait, what do you mean you
I
brought a
did a little
guy?
operation, okay?
What's that? Hold on.
Like
What do
you
you
cooked in your own
Task
house,
rabbit your
dog.
barbecue.
No, I got a
like
steak
this,
guy.
by
I
the
got
way.
a steak guy.
I like
I
this.
got a steak
What
guy.
does
he's
that mean
getting
you got a
cut.
steak guy?
I go to the gym. I met this Albanian Jew. He's just my steak guy.
Okay.
And so I meet him, and he's like, "Yeah, I got steaks for you." And I was like, "Do you want to cook steaks?" He's like, "Bro, I love cooking. It's my love language. I wish I had a grill. I have no grill." I was like, "I have a grill." He comes over, he cooks steaks. We all sit around. We have a good time. So good. I don't know how to cook.
That's
I-
getting cucked, bro.
Fucky,
That's getting
fucky.
cucked. You got another
is a
man,
restaurant? What is a
man in
restaurant?
the grill in front
Bro,
of your
you
wife.
went
son?
to an
That's
Italian
kinda
restaurant.
cucky
She made
right there.
spaghetti. Your girl slurped it down. Some
Hey,
Mexican.
You bring up a very good point. Okay?
No, he's not.
Yes.
No, don't do that.
No, I just need to ask you another question that has to do with my marriage. Is it disrespectful?
Yes.
Okay. We finished renovating this house out east, right? And it's a house. I never had a house. I don't know what house. I don't know anything about a house. It got fireplaces in it. My wife is going to tell the general contractor and the general contractor's like number 2 guy in front of me, hey, can you teach my husband how to make a fire? Because he doesn't know how to make a fire. I'd rather you let me burn the fucking house down before another man teaches me how to make a goddamn fire that's not my dad. In front of me.
Yeah.
You could have pulled me aside and be like, yo, can you ask the real men to teach you how to make a fire so you don't burn the fucking house down?
She's like, stop talking to me in front of people like this.
Yo, that's another form of disrespect. If Bonnie Blue is in the room, I'm not gonna be like, yo, can you teach my wife how to, you know?
Nah, but yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
That's
a
a little
YouTube
fucked
link
up.
would have fixed that. Just said,
Yeah.
hey, here's a YouTube link. Check this out. But you probably wouldn't have watched it. In front of everyone is crazy.
And they got like the logs that you just light this end and it just starts.
Duraflame, that's my shit.
Yeah, you don't
I
even
put
gotta
one
do
of them
nothing.
shits in the fucking electric fireplace. I didn't know. Apparently, some of the fireplaces, it just has fire come out, which is a great invention if you ask me. But I got the Duraflame shit in that, and I'm like, okay, I got it. We're good. And my wife goes, this is an electric fireplace.
Melted the
You
whole
don't
fucking
need
thing.
to put the Duraflame.
She's
I'm
actually,
like,
she's right to ask that.
call
then.
them real men to teach me how to do
Yeah,
this shit.
she's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, did you learn?
No, I just walked the perimeter of the property just to make sure everything was legit. I don't know. I don't know. My wife just took videos of me apparently walking the perimeter of the property, like just being a 50-year-old man.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's
I
like an
just-
old Japanese dude, just hands
Yeah.
behind your back.
Yup, just looking and
pacing.
observing everything.
Make sure
Yup.
everything's where it
I
is.
like it. That fence is leaning a little this way. I'm gonna have to talk to the neighbors about that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm turning into it.
You really are.
turn
bro.
into
That is crazy.
That is what it is. Stand my ground. Standing my ground.
This
I understand
this
standing your
evolution
ground.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
I understand. So when somebody's maple's creeping onto your property line, I understand standing my ground.
Yeah, it's gonna be an issue.
I understand that.
Are you building a bunker too?
Say again?
Are you gonna build a bunker?
I wouldn't tell you if I was. I think I'm gonna tell everybody in the first place they go to survive the apocalypse is my bunker.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's no bunker.
He's gonna be on a ring cam in like 2 weeks, just like knocking on someone's door, like, excuse me.
What are you gonna do for protection? You getting a gun? You getting anything? You getting a gun? You getting anything?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I don't believe this at all.
What kind of gun?
I got a system that lets you know if the door opens.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So
all.
I'll know before I'm killed. If the side door ajar, I'll be like, babe, I
All
love
right, T minus. Yeah. Countdown.
you. You want to fuck once before we die?
Oh my god.
All right, so you had a good barbecue. Everything was cool.
Yeah, it was great. And Alex came by, cooked up some steaks, and it was awesome. It was a great time, honestly. I'm not good at cooking steaks. He loves cooking steaks. It was a mutual process. Everyone won.
So you gotta
Having a man
man. You gotta
cooks
man your own
on your
grill.
grill
son.
does
It's
seem more-
scary cooking steaks. I didn't know you have to clean the grill. So one time I cooked steaks, started a whole grease fire, burnt the shit out of the steaks, and then almost burnt my whole apartment down.
So
If you
you're-
want to learn how to start a fire, that's actually a good place to start. A bunch of grease from your grill.
Wikipedia everything you do before you do.
Yeah.
It. Why not?
I just didn't occur to me that it had to be cleaned every time. So I was like, yeah, I just
that
kinda-
makes sense. It checks out.
exactly. Like
Why does it have to be clean?
grease
Yes,
drips down
you
and
can't-
apparently cakes the whole thing. And
Yes.
But doesn't
flammable
fire
grease.
clean?
That's my thinking, right? Just kind of gets rid of all of it. But no, it turns into carbon buildup and then is the most flammable thing ever. It's so flammable you can't even put water on it to put it out.
Yep.
What do you got to put milk? That shit works on hot ones.
You would
right?
think, right?
just-
Yeah.
Just gotta suffocate it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
what would you do? I'll put milk on it.
No, you have to throw a blanket on it.
Yeah.
That feels more flammable.
That's what it's
Maybe the Native Americans were on fire. Maybe that's why we did it.
yeah, stop, drop, roll,
Yeah.
do something. But that's the whole thing: is you have a grease fire, you have to get the oxygen out because you pour water on it, it explodes. You would think that this would be something people talk about.
Yeah, no, maybe you're right to just outsource this.
That's
It
what
seems
I'm
like a
saying.
lot.
Now I'm
It's-
hearing
it seems
it.
like a lot. It's a lot to do.
Right next to my child's there, I can't.
Yeah,
do all the
yeah.
stress.
We're not real men. We need to accept this about ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Y'all
It is
didn't
what
have
it is.
barbecues growing up?
I didn't barbecue.
Who are you talking to? The Hindu?
Son,
Y'all could put veggies on that shit. Like,
Oh yeah, that's fun.
son,
Fucking onion skewer. You know what I mean?
My dad and my brother, they would barbecue. I never did it.
okay.
Yeah.
My dad didn't do nothing.
you don't have barbecue?
No.
Barbecue. I don't know, what do you have? A cauliflower? What do you got on the barbecue?
That's what I'm saying.
No, the tandoori oven is a version of a
Some
barbecue.
people would
right?
have barbecue chicken, like the good dads.
But what is
We-
What is a tandoor?
I think
that-
it's a grill,
I thought it's a type of
clay oven or some
yeah.
shit. I'm too American to know, but we should look this up.
That's crazy. You should know this shit.
You
I mean,
know
that-
what? Ever
whatever
since
that-
I went to India and found out how American I am again, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
How liberating is
It's
that?
so nice.
I
It's so nice. I
I'm
felt so much
American.
pressure before.
To like get everything right when it's not even where you're from.
Yeah. I'm American. And you guys tell me this all the time, and then you get mad if I get something wrong. Go fuck yourselves. Yeah, right? You fuck yourself
So
right in
that
the
is
mouth.
so unfair. You're so American, and then when you get something wrong,
How the fuck dare you? You're so
Yeah.
American. I know.
if they call you so Indian,
Yeah.
then you'd want to live up to it.
Exactly.
But because they call you so American, there's no pressure.
And also, I can't live up to it. I'm not going to that fucking poor ass country to live.
I gotta get food poisoning for 7 days, and he's like, "Yo,
Hey.
free Pakistan, bro."
Oh man, you want to lose weight? Go to India, eat something from a 5-star hotel, see what happens.
How's shit over there? They still throwing missiles?
We're good for now. We're good for now.
Ceasefire,
Yeah.
Trump dog.
Yeah.
Held it
Yeah.
down?
Trump took credit for that. Yeah.
Did that shit. All right, guys, take a break for a second. Hopefully you realize how important it is to take care of your mental health, not just for you, but for your spouse, your kids, for the people you work with, everybody in your life. It makes your life and the life of everyone around you less stressful and happier. The problem is it's tough to start. It's expensive and insurance doesn't help. And you have to find a doctor that you trust and drive to and from their office every single week. Well, thankfully, Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, makes getting the help you need easy, accessible, and affordable. I just want to point something out right now. Everybody does it virtually now. Every therapy is virtual. Whether you do a Talkspace or not, it's virtual. The days of therapists having these offices are done. They all do it from a room in their house or their apartment. The in-office visit is done. So now all therapy is Talkspace, so you might as well use Talkspace, okay? I'm telling you right now, Talkspace therapy and psychiatry are covered by many insurance plans and employers. Most insured members have a $0 copay. You can easily sign up online, get paired with a licensed provider that's right fit for your needs, typically within 48 hours, and you can also switch providers at no extra cost, okay? Talkspace makes it easier to get help, and you can take your appointments from the comfort and the privacy of your own home. And as a listener of Flagrant, you'll get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/flagrant and enter the promo code SPACE80. So match with a licensed therapist today. Go to Talkspace.com/flagrant and enter the promo code SPACE80 to get $80 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/flagrant, promo code SPACE80. Now let's get back to the show.
What's up, Noodle Dicks? You see the blue lights, you know what that means. It's time to talk about Blue Chew. Let me tell you something. If you want a performance-enhancing drug at the age of whatever age you are, there's only one performance that really matters. That's veteran performance. So what you gotta do is hop on the Chew. That's the one we use. That's the one we trust. They rock with us since day one. And same offer as always, day one sponsors. If you want to try your first month of Blue Chew, you can get it for free. You just got to pay $5 for shipping with the promo code Flagrant. Again, for free, just $5 shipping for the best dick you've ever given anybody, male, female, or non-binary in your entire life. All you got to do is go to bluechew.com, promo code Flagrant. Also, check out all the safety information and shit while you're there, but you know what it is. We love y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
How did the guy that we were keeping hostage for the crypto money ended up getting out of the studio?
Mark asked him to grill for him.
It's like the two steaks are out here.
So where our studio is in we're in Soho, Manhattan, on the border of like Soho and a neighborhood called Nolita, north of Little Italy is what it stands for. And
you know that.
yeah. Soho is south of Houston Street.
Yeah, I got that.
Tribeca
Tribeca.
is triangle below canal.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I didn't know
I
that one.
Dumbo.
I never go to that
Stupid
gay
idiot.
ass place. That's why.
Dumbo is dumb,
Alex.
ugly, lesbian.
That one I know. Down under Manhattan, Brooklyn overpass?
Manhattan Bridge
Oh,
overpass.
my Manhattan Bridge overpass.
Yeah. So apparently there was a kidnapping here for some guy's crypto.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Not only kidnapping, torture.
How could you not get the guy's crypto? They ended up not getting his crypto. They had him for weeks. They were allegedly torturing him, but they couldn't get access to his crypto. Something's off here.
I mean, if they did that to you, they wouldn't get access either. You don't remember your password.
Yeah.
But that's on them.
Call my mom.
choosing
So
me.
maybe it's that type.
Don't
But
choose
he would
me.
just get killed.
But if you kill me, you can't get my crypto, and
Exactly.
nobody can get it.
That's what I'm saying. They're torturing this guy for weeks, and he's going to see the crypto billionaire who's going to stand up to weeks of
Son,
torture.
waterboard.
I've seen these crypto billionaires. They're not standing up to weeks of
But
torture.
he did that. Oh, you're on my
Yes,
side.
that's
where
why
it's
I'm
like,
with you.
It's
Don't
fugazi.
add up.
This is
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
This
Is
not
there
real.
more to the story, Joey? What actually happened? So he gets tortured. How?
He gets tortured, electrocuted,
Oh.
pistol whipped. They take him to the 5th floor of the building, threatened to throw him off.
They should know.
Eventually, it's like, I'm going to give you my crypto, my passwords on my laptop. When they went to go get the laptop, that's when he made his escape.
Whoa.
So they left the room and he ran out barefoot, limping.
Everyone left the room.
Yeah, everyone.
What in the fuck is that? Everyone, hey guys, let's all go over there.
He was an Italian guy.
He was Italian.
He was Italian.
Oh,
Mamma
well,
mia.
I think we need to see a reenactment of what he might have said to the police when he went
Yeah,
over
do you think
there.
he looked like Schulz a little?
Schulz, what do you think he said when he went to the police?
They tried to take my Ethereum. They tried to take my Ethereum. They pistol whip me in my face. They pistol whip me in my face. I have one macchiato in 1 week. I'm so tired. I have only one macchiato in 1 week. They take my Ethereum and my XRP. They take all my XRP and my Ethereum. His name is Teofastro Carturan.
Oh,
Michael
Michael Valentino. Teofastro Carturan.
Get the fuck out of here. The walls are so thin in New York City, you would have heard that shit. This is no Lita. Every wall is made out of cardboard. There's no way in hell they tortured this guy for 2 weeks without anybody knowing. I don't believe it.
So what do you think happened?
I think they were all in on it or something like that together. And then they tried to put a little pressure on him, but he knew that they weren't going to do anything fucked up to him. If you waterboard somebody, they just tell you. Do you remember when we waterboarded each other?
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, I know. But
Just for content.
it's white.
We should clarify this for a video.
Yeah. There's a video of us waterboarding each other on YouTube right now. We just wanted to see how effective it was. Incredibly effective.
Yeah.
Is this the guy?
After he escaped.
Whoa, what? Wait.
He got a robe? You gonna torture him, motherfucker, and give him a robe? This is 4 Seasons? What the fuck are we talking about?
This is some gay shit. I promise you this was like a gay tryst.
Just because they're Italian, really?
I that's him? You're telling me you're not going to hear something?
It's also funny. They said they put a air tag around his neck so they could find him in the house. It's like, you just had him in a room. It's
How
not
big
like
is
he
the
got
house? Yeah, oh yeah. Yo, the guy gets the whole house?
out. Yeah, he had 8 bedrooms to walk around in, apparently.
Nah.
I don't understand.
This is a fake story, dog.
Can you guys explain this to me about crypto, though?
Yeah.
What is so the idea is that you can't track the money. Like, it's exchanging from wallet to wallet, but you can't track the wallet to a person. Is that the idea?
I guess, yeah. Hypothetically, it's just an anonymous wallet with a code.
Got it. So that's why it's easier to get away with stealing somebody's crypto.
I think so.
Because we know where it is on the blockchain. We just don't know how that blockchain connects to a person.
Yeah.
It's not registered to anyone.
And then what is the cost of registering it to somebody? Like, why does that inhibit the freedom of Bitcoin? Like, I might be making like the argument for a bank right now, so excuse me if I am, but wouldn't you rather your crypto be registered to you in the event that if someone stole it and then it went to another account, you could find who that account was registered to?
But then it probably creates a security risk where you have billionaires and you know exactly who they are.
And then they're sending money to other people, and now you would know the nefarious things that people are doing with their money.
I mean, but like to steal man, it'd just be like, yeah, it's a security risk. I don't want people knowing that I just got paid $5 million in, Bitcoin, and they have my name and they can find my address.
Got it. So
I'm pretty sure
go.
you have your own wallet information. So if you wanted to disclose that, you can to try to track shit. But for all the people trying to do illegal shit, they're like, okay, I
Right.
want to get away with this shit. So,
Right.
yeah.
It makes sense for the illegal stuff, but it is a huge security risk when you think about it. The fact that like your crypto password and somebody could kidnap you in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Like if anybody is a crypto billionaire, you have to have 24-hour security because the cost of just locking you up and transferring the money is super high.
Yeah, or don't tell anyone. Make
That
sure
you
no one
are a
knows.
crypto billionaire.
Yeah.
But some of these guys are on yachts and doing the whole thing in Miami. They thought they were living sweet, but
That's the whole thing with Satoshi, right? Like the dude that started, no one knows who it is, and he has like all this, all these Bitcoin holdings or whatever.
right.
But like no one knows him, despite people knowing what his wallet is.
Is it fucked up? I have zero sympathy for kidnapping crypto billionaires.
Tell me
I
what.
don't know. I just don't feel bad about it. They like gambled. They made a lot of money gambling. It's like,
Yeah, it feels like gray area crime. Like it's not literally crime,
Yeah.
but it's like you're doing street shit. If you get caught up, it's like
I do
that's
think
it.
you have to understand if you make a lot of money in crypto, nobody feels any sympathy if anything bad happens to you. They feel like you don't deserve it, and that's just who cares. Because everybody who's big in crypto was just like, "You guys don't get it. You guys are idiots." Blah blah blah. I was like that. I just didn't make any money.
Oh, now you didn't make any money. Now that Bitcoin's at an all-time high, you're like, oh, I didn't make any money, guys.
We got to figure out who stole my shit. But yeah, it's like you got to understand the cost that comes with that is nobody feels any sympathy for you, and just deal with that. That is what it is.
So-
anything bad happens to you, no one
But it
cares.
is like winning the lottery, and you got to keep quiet about it.
Yeah.
But if you were the banks and you actually felt like crypto was threatening your institution, it would behoove you to pay people to go out and rob big crypto holders, because then they would say, hey, we need some sort of regulatory body for crypto so we could track the money. Because if you take my money from my bank and put it into your bank, doesn't matter where it is, it could be in the Cayman Islands somewhere, we could at least track it to a bank account in the Cayman Islands and probably track that to some trust that is owned or you're on the board of.
And then the SEC can put pressure on the bank to reverse it, get the funds back, etc.
So I wonder if enough of this happens that people start to go, hey, what is it called? The decentralization of money is great, but it does put you in incredible risk. So maybe it's like, oof, this is tricky. Like you have to be completely silent about being a crypto billionaire, which is, I feel like at this stage, like almost impossible.
Yeah.
If you're really into the community, you know who the big holders are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you fix this problem. Like, I mean, kidnapping a person and taking whatever's in their house is probably the same time in jail as kidnapping a person and exchanging hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto.
Yeah, the upside on the second one is crazy. Well, if
That's why like the upside of like robbing somebody's Rolex was so high, right? It's like if I take your iPhone or your Rolex, it's still a felony.
Yeah.
So I might as well take your Rolex and get $100 grand
yeah,
than take your iPhone.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's almost like having the same punishment for anything over $500 almost incentivizes people to kidnap and rob for crypto. Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to torture them for the password. Like you can't just take their wallet; it's already password protected.
Right.
That's where
Yeah, you gotta do the torture
crime
part.
elevates. You have to get the password.
Yeah.
Their watch is just a watch.
Oh, I know how to stop this. It's like you don't need like an official regulatory committee, but you basically get your money manager, whoever it is, like your business partner, you get them to be a secondary sign off on any transfer of funds.
So you gotta get us both.
So you got to get us both. And like it has to be both in person. It can't be just a phone call.
Right.
So you can't move money as easily, but at least you are protected
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
and somebody take it. They have to do something about this.
Two
It's like,
keys.
yeah, two-factor IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Thank
that-
God we don't have this problem.
Son, we got the Winklevosses a few blocks down the road. How has nobody kidnapped them?
Let's get these motherfuckers.
Right?
No.
I'm working so hard.
No, I need to meet these guys.
Let's get these.
Just pay me back what I lost, and I'm good.
They owe that to you.
Yeah.
You built them up. You
Were they
talked
asking
did
about
so
it.
much for them.
You really have.
I've done so much for you.
We had Pomp on the podcast multiple times.
That's true.
They can give you back a coin or two.
Yeah, two. I mean, it's
These guys are billionaires for no reason twice.
it's Creole. Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, you almost have to think it's for a reason if it's for no reason twice.
Yeah, I
You
guess
know what I
you're
mean?
right.
If it's no reason twice.
But it's so weird. Like when a girl gets twice, you don't feel that way.
Wait, hang on a second. Oh.
Because you wouldn't apply that same.
specifically doesn't.
You wouldn't apply that
Marcus
same.
specifically, he
Hang on
said
a
this
second.
many times.
Hold on, Mark. You wouldn't apply that same principle. Right? You wouldn't apply that the other way at
It
all.
depends.
Right?
What's the time frame? What's the
Wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
You're bringing it
Dad,
up.
you're wild
bringing
for
it
that.
up.
Mark would have rubbed cum on the nipples. You would have had second hand. What did we call it? Second hand gay. What was the thing we called them? Brilliant idiots.
I think it was secondhand gay. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have had that.
Yeah. No. I denounce sexual misconduct. I don't want to get political on the pod, but I do believe it.
Let's not get political on this podcast.
Oh man,
Damn.
What else going on in the world?
the
Y'all?
Knicks, dude.
Oh, obviously.
I've
Obviously.
Obviously, you're down 2-1.
Yeah, I know.
obviously down 20.
Obviously, we're nicking right now. We're-
Obviously.
Knicks are nicking.
I'm not even
Only
gonna
you can say that.
I know. That's how I like it.
So game 4's tonight. How you feel?
Oh, that's
tied
easy.
up?
That's easy dub. We got it now. We figured the whole thing out.
What'd you figure out?
I mean, do you want my honest?
Yeah, I want your honest opinion. Every steak listener right now is tuned in.
Okay. This is we love Josh Hart. New York Knicks love Josh Hart.
Yeah.
This is our most beloved player. Obviously, we love Brunson, his ability to score, but like in terms of like who represents the heart and the grit of the city, it's Josh. But when Josh is out there, he's not a threat offensively, so you can just let Halliburton guard him. So Halliburton is the person on defense that is the biggest liability. So when you take Josh out and you put someone who can score on Halliburton, you can take advantage of that. Also, having Mitch come in and just cause chaos on the boards, cause chaos on the offensive boards. I mean, it's been crazy what he's been, and like really doing damage defensively at the rim. You know, I think it changed the game a little bit, but also like we just put the bench in and let the bench run with it. True. And I think what happened is we got a little complacent. Barkley said something like, "Yo, Brunson, you got to trust your teammates." And it's not like he doesn't trust his teammates. He just trusts his own ability to get a bucket whenever he needs.
Yeah.
But you also want your other guys to be able to feel like they are trusted to score.
Yeah.
So he got into some foul trouble, and the other guys had to pick up the slack. And Cat went crazy.
I think we're relying on the 3 too much. Cat needs to take his zesty ass to the hole.
Son,
He gotta
did
drive
you know
more.
that Cat is the greatest big man shooter in NBA history?
Yeah, I've heard this.
In NBA history?
Percentage wise.
Oh, wow.
He's like a fucking
He is
great 3-point
the
shooter.
greatest.
And I just said, he should stop
Stop
shooting.
shooting. Because I didn't get it. Because sometimes he'll pull up from like damn near the logo. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm
what
like,
is going
what
on? I didn't realize he's a better shooter statistically than Dirk.
Yeah.
Cat is the greatest
Oh,
shooting
wow.
big man in NBA history.
Oh, wow.
And I think a lot of us look at him and we're like, man, you so big, just take it to the basket and dunk on these motherfuckers. His game is shooting and then kind of chilling on D. And we got to kind of embrace that and then bring Mitchell Robinson in to hold down the D where Cat's not going to do it. But Cat had a 20-point fourth quarter.
Yeah, Cat's been playing well, man.
And he's not afraid of the moment. That's the other thing. Yo, Nick's got to chill with this zesty ass shit until the playoffs is over. Like, we're not going to be criticizing the guy who's dropping 20 in the fourth quarter and calling him gay the day afterwards.
Nah, but that was, out of
After we-
love, out of love.
After we win the
How I call y'all
championship.
zesty. I love y'all motherfuckers, but y'all
Give
some
him
zesty for real.
So once we win a championship, give him a float in the parade or whatever, but don't say shit until then. Also, he's not really more zesty than the average Dominican. Like, Dominicans embrace the zest.
That's true.
They got the rhinestone pants. Like, it's
Yeah.
more of a cultural affect.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
interesting.
dance with their hips. It's like they got a different family in Dominican Republic to prove that they're not gay.
Exactly.
So they'll have a family here and a family there. The second you think they're gay, they'll be like, yeah, but I got kids my wife don't know about. You be like, you straight motherfucker. So maybe Cat got to do that. But in terms of making fun of our star big man,
Yeah.
who's shooting lights out and keeping us in games,
Yeah.
we gotta squash that for a few more weeks.
What happened in game
My
one?
bad, Cat.
How does game
Oh
one
my
even,
God.
I don't know
I
enough
thought it
about
was
basketball.
over until I saw y'all's text and I was like, what happened? I stopped watching.
Did you leave before? That
I
was the game
stopped
you went
watching.
to?
No, I wasn't live at that game. I was watching on TV.
Gotcha.
Son, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
I sent a text to my wife. My wife went up to sleep. I go, Knicks are up 17 with 3 minutes left. We got this. And then I immediately text her back because you know how superstitious I am. I'm like, shit, I take that back. I might have jinxed it. Too late.
No, you gotta hit unsend.
I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what I was watching.
Yeah, I know. That was.
How does that
was
happen? It's just
devastating.
like bad.
I've never seen anything like
They
that.
went
in
lights
my
out
life.
shooting. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
think they hit like
fucking
8.
no
That guy
name
James
hit like-
Smith hit like 6 in the fourth or something like
Yeah.
that, 6 3-pointers. But also, I just never. And then Hallie's last shot, what a favorable bounce, but like crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
I went to game 2. That was heartbreaking.
What's going on? So here's what I don't.
Heartbreaking.
I know the Pacers are talented, but on paper, the Knicks are so much more talented.
So they run an incredible pace. So what they do is like, first of all, they pick up 94 feet. Right. So by the time, what that means is they do a full court press, which is very rare in the NBA because you have the best ball handlers in the history of the sport that are bringing up the ball.
Yeah.
So usually you're like, well, there's no way they're going to create a steal or create any kind of like defensive pressure out of this. But what it does is by the time the Knicks set up their offense, instead of having 20 seconds left on the shot clock, they got like 8. When you got 8 seconds left, the play is rushed. Everybody's thinking about that clock ticking. And if your first option, that first pick and roll, doesn't go as you had hoped, it's not like you have time to reset it. So now you're forced to take worse shots. And they have the talent that's willing to pick up 94 feet. Not every team has the talent that's willing to pick up 94 feet.
Yeah. I mean, Pascal's a crazy defender.
Well, and then Pascal's been playing out of his mind offensively.
Yeah.
Like,
Game two.
I don't think they're like him specifically. Now we're getting into like deep basketball shit, but you can't put someone too small on him because he has this great little like bump to create separation. And then he kind of like fades away and he's at around like 12, 14 feet and he just lights out. So you need someone with length. But if that person with length isn't big enough, he'll just bully them. So he's a matchup nightmare.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, as far as like getting picked up 94 feet, Brunson is not fast.
Yeah.
His game is really interesting. He has an incredible first step. So his first step, he gets by you. And then after that, it's all weight. So he gets by you by like a couple inches. And then what he does is he leans on you now that you can't put pressure on him to stop him from going to the basket. He leans into you. Exactly. So now once he is the angle, there's really nothing you can do. If you lean too much on him, he jumps foul. If you don't lean at all, he uses your body and his body creates separation. But he's not blowing by you. So when you're getting picked up 94 feet, he'll get by you, but then a quick defender will just get back. Whereas a Speedy Claxton or like, you know, some of the guys that we grew up watching, like really quick, like an AI, for example. Once AI gets by you, he's a sprinter. It's like you're done. So you don't even bother picking him up 94 feet. So there are some like interesting wrinkles.
And with Brunson, I feel like they got his handle down where it's like they know when he's going to do his behind the back move. Like they've been picking it from him quite a bit.
He's still scoring 40 a game.
Yes,
like he's unstoppable. But at what cost? It's like he's putting up 40, but are the other guys getting involved? So it's tricky.
So you think game 4 they got it?
I think being able to, when you're down 0-2 and you go to an away game and then you win an away game, especially after being down
20,
you now all of a sudden get all the confidence that had evaporated back. I think they get this next game. I think they come back, and I think it's
how confident you feel about that.
100%.
So how much you betting on it?
If I was going to use the largest social casino,
the leader in global betting in U.S. social casinos.
What is that?
Stake.
If I was going to do that, which we still have to talk to them and figure out what the fuck a social casino is. But if we were going to use the leader in global betting and U.S. social casinos, you know, to bet on this game, I would bet. I'd put a hefty amount on there, my boy.
How much? You just said 100%. So
I put a hefty amount.
Yeah,
the whole
100%
bag.
could be life savings. Could be life savings.
that could be.
I got a child, bro.
So you're not feeling 100%. Then.
I got a child. I
Now
feel
you
100%.
looking a
little
I
shaky,
feel
bro.
100%, but I got a child. If I didn't have a child, it'd be a very different
But
situation.
think about how much money you can make for her future
Okay.
if you just put all of it on.
If I'm you guys, I wouldn't bet your whole house. That's what I wouldn't do.
Okay.
Okay, but I would feel very confident in putting some money down. I put $100. I put $100.
$100.
I put $100.
Just to make it more fun.
Yeah, I
you
put
know?
$100.
Just make the game
Put a
interesting.
100 on it. Anyway, use your promo code flagrant for your welcome bonus when you go to stake.
We also got to get Tim Chalamet on the pod, dude. That's got to happen.
Yeah, Tim has been killing it.
Courtside Timmy, bro.
I mean, I love it.
He worked this shit.
Swagged out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fits are crazy. Whoever's styling Tim, by the way, you're absolutely murdering it. It's not try hard. It's like vintage Knicks stuff.
Yeah.
It looks good. Like you got to
Slightly try hard. The
It's
Tim's,
only
he's
Tim-
courtside. He's
it's-
courtside.
That's the only thing I was gonna say. It's only the Tims.
yeah, it's a little.
Whoever's doing it is not like from New York.
It's funny as I have to.
Yeah, but you're from New York.
yeah, I know. It makes sense.
And so is Tim, but like, you don't got to wear Tim's every.
Yeah.
It's still like what somebody who thinks people from New York wear, but enough of this stuff is like old and vintage where it's really working and it's fire, and he's into it.
I mean, he's a real fan.
Courtside in Indiana is crazy.
That that shit is usually illegal.
What?
Courtside seats usually are just owned by the team. So like anytime you sit courtside, the team is basically going, here, come sit courtside. And they don't allow you, like for example, this is Indiana, right? he's not wearing any Knicks paraphernalia. So what a few of the courtside seats they give to people to like buy, and a very few of them. So for example, I had some buddies of mine. Shout out to Ed and Randy. They have courtside seats in Boston. They invited me up there to go to the games, right when Knicks were playing Boston, and they had Timmy there in those seats as well. And the rule was like you cannot wear any Knicks, and they had to argue with the franchise because they knew that he was like this New York figure, and like we can't have a New Yorker in here.
Wow.
Like remember when the Knicks were playing the 76ers?
Yeah.
There were so many New Yorkers that went down to Philly for the games that the owners bought like 3,000 of their own tickets and gave them out to policemen, firemen.
Wow.
So they do protect the aura, if you will. So for him to be courtside in Indiana they put it this way, there were a lot of like behind the scenes negotiations for it to even happen. And the number one prerequisite was he cannot wear any Knicks attire.
Is it just optics and brand, or do you think it actually affects the game if the whole courtside is opposition?
I think it's optics and brand. I mean, it can like affect you a little bit, but these guys are so locked in, they're not worried
That's
about
what I
it.
assume.
Yeah.
This is like ownership being like, we want every shot to show our people.
Exactly. 100%.
I heard
Isn't that
Oklahoma
crazy?
City's actually super tough for opposing fans to get in.
Oh, because that's
like
all
I think they
got.
said no to Lil Wayne or something when Miami was playing in the finals. I think.
Well, they're the college basketball atmosphere. Like, they all show
that's
up.
a good point.
They wear the.
It's the only team they
shirts.
got.
Yeah, it's the only thing they got out there, and their team like their fans show up for them.
Boring ass.
Yo,
team.
what's happening to Ant Edwards, bro?
I don't know, man. I hate seeing SGA like
He's killing
just
him.
crush them. Like, I just I don't know that team. I'm not a huge fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I love the Wolves. I love Ant Edwards. I would love to see them win, but that last game I think just broke them. Losing by 2, we're down 2-1 already. I think it's just a wrap at home.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap. But like I thought this was going to be like the breakout for Ant.
Yeah.
I thought he becomes the star of the league for the next 10 years from this specific playoff series because you're going against the guy who was just called the MVP. And I'm thinking you got a little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they gave this Canadian motherfucker the MVP?
Yeah. I mean, game 3 he busted ass, Ant, but then I think Oklahoma
He only had
City's
16 last night.
Yeah, game 3 he
It was like
played
2 for 16 shoot it like something horrible.
I feel like he had the chip on his shoulder for the LA series.
And then after that, he's good. Now he was putting up Angel Reese numbers, man. Yo, question about this Angel Reese thing. Just Angel Caitlin, not. I don't want to get into like the RG3 Ryan Clark beef, but like, here's the question: if Angel was white, is this even a rivalry?
No.
Not to the level it is.
I wouldn't say to the level, but it still would be because if she's white, but as outspoken as Angel is, it would still be something.
No.
But if her skills were where they are,
This is not even a shot at Angel Reese, but this is like if let's say they were on different teams, it's like a Steph Curry Draymond Green beef.
yeah,
It's just like, who cares? One is a defender and a rebounder.
That's
the other
phenomenal.
one is a shooter, a marksman, and a point guard. Like, it's not a thing.
That's a great
actually good.
comparison.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not to say that Draymond is a bad player at all. Phenomenal player.
Hall of Famer.
But there are levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're even being compared at all is because of popularity, one, but also this racial dynamic.
Yeah.
And there's an interesting thing happening here where it's like, you know how we oftentimes inflate white or minority players in sports that are not black? Like Jeremy Lin, he was a good player and he played outstanding for that series of games, but he's not an elite point guard. But the fact that he's the only Asian guy, there was excitement around it.
Yeah.
And we've done this with white players throughout NBA history.
Yeah.
You know, like there's certain guys that popped up and we're like, oh my God, this guy's so exciting.
Yeah.
But it's really just because he's like a white guy in a sport that's dominated by non-whites. And this is this other version where it's like, she is singular in her talent. Not single. There are other players in the WA that are really good. And I think they're looking for somebody to like kind of.
Caitlin's game is singular in the WNBA.
Yeah.
I you can say AJ Wilson's a better player. I don't watch enough to know. But like, we never seen anybody play like Caitlin.
Yeah.
And we're all excited about it. And I do think people were more excited because she was white. Like, people in the Midwest love the fact that this is this white girl busting ass. Absolutely.
Sure.
But then to your point, I think to finish it out, then we see Angel Reese and we're like, well, let's inflate her game because all the other dynamics are there for a great sports rivalry.
And I think Angel is like incredible at creating media attention. attention.
Yeah, she's very charismatic, dude.
Whether she realizes it or not, like she is a magnet. Like I think she has far more gravity outside of basketball than Caitlyn does.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like I haven't seen Caitlyn like go viral for an interview or anything like that. Her play is what goes viral, but like anything Angel does is viral. Like
she looks good. She has a podcast that does good numbers. Like, she's
Like, I see
Good
her-
at talking shit.
yeah, like I see her go viral. Like that
Her
great.
sneakers are selling like crazy right now.
So she is like she is a cultural figure. You know, I'm trying to.
They kind of need each other in a way. Like it's like not exactly. I'm trying to think of like boxing like rivalries where like someone is like underpowered, like almost like McGregor Pacquiao or McGregor Floyd
Mayweather. Yeah,
where like McGregor kind of carried the promotion, but Floyd is like the star.
Yeah.
And they kind of need each other a little bit.
You're saying Caitlyn is like McGregor.
no,
Angel's like McGregor, where
Sorry.
she's like she's not as talented, but she's able to
Yeah.
create so much media circus that it makes
She's a
everyone
star.
more money.
She's absolutely a star.
And then also it's a legacy beef, right? It's a legacy rivalry that carried over from college.
Yeah, the college thing. I mean, even the shit talk, just going up to her with the. I mean, that was great.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic content.
So I don't know if they ever have conversations, you know, outside of the court, but it would. If I was managing both of them, I'd be like, guys, just keep doing exactly what you're doing.
I think that combo
you're-
has happened.
Good.
More shit talk. We need a guy in the mix.
Yeah.
We need a tryst. We need a lover's tryst.
Oh, if Angel fucks
you gotta do it
Caitlyn's
just
man,
'cause it's girls.
if Angel fucks Caitlyn's man,
I'm
They
just
don't
saying.
do this with NBA. You don't got to bring girls.
No, because they're good. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
but
I hated that. That was the worst. Take that shit to Wheezy, dog. We ain't listening to it. Ain't nobody listen to that horrible decision you just made.
you know what's funny is that like
They're already having them do the fucking walk-in dressed in barely anything. Like that's enough.
I
they
know.
dress themselves, bro, and
No,
they
don't.
do that with the men on
No,
top of
they
that.
don't.
They do that with the dudes.
But you see they are focusing when wearing them high heels, man.
Oh yeah,
They're not waving
it's
at
like
cameras.
white people dancing. It's like 1, 2, 3.
So it feels like when you get pulled over for drunk driving.
Yeah.
You know when the police make you walk the line?
yeah.
You're like, just walk straight.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
left
that's
foot,
good.
right
Yeah,
foot,
yeah.
left
I
foot,
want
right
one
foot.
game
going
where their
full.
wives dress them. I think that'd be fire.
Where
Their lesbian wives dress them up. And they're like, yeah, wear the cargo cutoffs and
Yeah.
then the flannel. You know what I mean? Like, basically. I do dress very lesbian.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, come on now.
She's beautiful. And great for the league.
She knows how to walk.
I mean, how grateful is the league that all these beautiful girls can hoop now?
I mean, this is what
Oh, yeah.
it's literally it is the difference maker, and
Yeah.
it sucks for women, but there's much more interest from women even when the women are beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about women, because we're the ones that I guess are always objectifying them, but there is a level of objectification from women towards other women.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
they're far more interested in them when they are beautiful and stylish.
Women love pretty women.
And the
Love 'em.
second we got this like influx of pretty women in the WNBA and some singular talent,
Yeah.
now there are guys yelling. Ryan Clark and RG3 are having like a spat on the internet about female sports.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that it would be the talk of sports news media?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, great for the league. It's like genuinely really cool.
Yeah, I just wish RG3 or Ryan Clark picked a different reason to hate RG3 because there's so many better reasons. You really jumped out of the window with this one.
That's keep going on that because there's so many.
There's so much. Nobody seems to like RG3. His ex teammates don't really say nice things about him.
Right.
Owners that work with him didn't say nice things about him. He blames all his coaches for playing him when he was injured. He insisted on playing. He never studied film. That's why he never got better as a quarterback. And everything I always felt was very performative with him and very like. And dude, I talked to people who went to Baylor with him while he was there. And this is before he became like a star. But he just won the Heisman. I was like, what's he like? And they were like, no, not the nicest guy. Like he puts it on for the camera.
Really?
Multiple people said that. And then I see these little things where like his wife is expecting a baby and he's on the air on a halftime show and he's like, I have to leave. My wife is delivering a baby. And then he sprints off camera and it's like, you didn't find that out during the commercial break? You came back from commercial and then sprinted off on so many valid reasons to be like, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
And then you chose the one that is, you got a white wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially when Ryan got a white kid.
Yeah, dude,
I
what
had
are you
no clue.
doing?
Really?
Half
Yeah.
white kid. Beautiful
He got
girl.
half white kid, but he had a kid with a white girl. Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful
I didn't
girl.
know this when we were going through our shit. No. Shout out Ryan, man. Ryan's going through it. I think he came back and apologized for bringing up the wife, which is smart. Like that's something I think like we don't really do on this show. At least is like if your wife isn't in the public eye or has nothing to do with entertainment.
His
Just
thought
leave him the
process
fuck out.
was,
Yeah.
he said something to try to shield himself, which was, I met her. I think she's much more than a white woman. I think you present her as just a white woman. And his thought process was, since she's in the background of RG3's videos a lot, I can bring that up. But it's just never going to look good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, if she is a public figure, is she?
Yeah. Yeah, no, well,
we
RG3
don't-
puts her in the videos.
Got
She
it.
didn't have her own thing. But it's like, if you're going to do that, it's going to be received. Like, why are you bringing the wife into it?
Yeah.
And the wife just because she's white, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we don't disrespect wives. We only disrespect bitches. Come on, like the girlfriends, they bitches. But the wives,
Damn, Al.
Damn. The way you say it, even, it's just kind of, I don't know.
I understood the thought process completely.
there you go.
I'm aligned.
Real recognize real.
It is annoying that the race of your spouse only comes up if you disagree. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, talk about that.
it's just like it just seems like such
Hey,
a
you. I've been thinking about that shit all the time, dude.
But like,
I don't even want you agreeing with me. You got a white wife.
that's consistent. That's consistent. That's a way better position to have.
Hey, you gotta be a fan of mine, yo.
That's a way better position to have. But just someone the second they don't say
that
what
shit
you
there.
think. And then it's like, oh, well, now your relationship's invalid. When you agreed with me, it's like, all right, yeah, you're black right now. But the second you disagree, then it's like, oh, you're actually not black.
We do
Talk
search
that
to
shit,
invalidate.
man.
According to
Talk
Dr.
that
Kumar,
shit.
dog.
Dr. Kumar right now.
No, that is a great point. We do seek to invalidate the people that disagree with us instead of addressing the points that they're making
Yes,
oftentimes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is what they did to Ryan Clark with the half-white daughter.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
invalidated.
It's
You
like
got a
him
half-white-
having a half-white daughter should have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Right? But address the opinions you both have. But if you bring in somebody's wife as part of your opinion,
Yeah.
now you're opening that can of worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, happy Black History Month.
Yeah. For next year, just early.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're late.
Guys, this podcast is brought to you by the GOATs, man. Squarespace. If you are looking to build a website, you need to look into Squarespace. They make it easy to create a beautiful website to help you engage with your audience, sell anything from products to content to time, and do it all on your own terms. Onboarding is fast and simple. Get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH, Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay. Also, Design Intelligence from Squarespace uses cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. It allows you to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to your unique needs. And last but not least, Squarespace can help you with SEO. Every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions and auto-generated sitemap and more. So you show up more often to more people in global search engine results. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/flagrant to receive 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now let's get back to the show. What happened with Diddy?
Do you see this black guy that was on?
Oh, the Punisher?
The Punisher.
There was one guy named the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I only know that because I saw Cameron asking Mace about it. Cam was like, yo, Mace, when you were hanging out with Bad Boy, did you know about this guy, the Punisher, that was coming around fucking everybody?
Yeah, can we get the lineup of the guys that were at the freak off?
I drove by the trial this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
What was going on? Was it
I just
mayhem
drove by.
outside?
I ain't go. It was just cameras everywhere.
Mad people outside?
There's a good amount of people. There's one dude doing his little TikToks.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Nah, he wasn't dancing. Day 2 of sexual assault. What Cassie endured over a 10-year period of sexual abuse and physical abuse was absolutely disgusting. Yeah. All right.
Oh, man. By the way, just a quick plug. If you are a sex slave and you can't escape and maybe you feel like you need to sue, you could probably call Morgan & Morgan. Maybe they get you some money. You know what I mean? If you need legal help in such matters, if a media mogul has enslaved you against your will for decades on end, Morgan & Morgan, you could call them. They could get you upwards of $20 million.
They wanted,
And they might still go to jail.
they wanted the plug there? That they requested that?
They wanted a custom segment. So, guys, If you're
Guys,
getting
this will be
raped-
our last week. Morgan is sponsored.
if you're getting raped repeatedly against your will,
You're lucky, Mark. You got it off you because that shit
God,
just
I felt it a
transferred to
little bit. I
Hawkeye.
felt
What
it a
the
little
fuck is going on?
Good loyal sponsor of the show.
they
It's
wanted
too
a
hot in
custom
here.
segment. I got Jamil's permission to do this before he said, "Go for it."
Come on, Luigi, drive it home, man.
Any other sponsors you'd like to scare off, Akash?
If you've been raped and you need therapy, Talkspace is a great place.
Oh man, sorry, Cassie.
Cassie, you know what
We-
can probably help you? Talk therapy.
We're not mature enough to have.
We're not
this
mature enough to have
ad
these
read.
conversations,
Yes.
man.
Can I have a seshi?
Yes, you may. By the way, here you go.
Thank you.
I have to.
You want to start a petition?
No.
You need a website.
I literally.
If you're at a freak off,
This is no bullshit. I have to disclose that I've invested in this company now that you just put one in.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have to disclose.
now we have to keep the whole thing
This is
in.
awesome. This is awesome. I have to. Miles slammed his hand on the table and the whole TV shut off, and I was terrified for a second because we lost the whole podcast. But I got my lawyer hit me. He's like, "Yo, by the way, if you ever do any of those sessions on the pod, you have to disclose that you've invested in a company." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Well, because the SEC could file against you and the FTC could file against you. So technically, there's somebody hired by the FTC to watch this podcast to see if we don't disclose. So be careful. These are addictive and fucking amazing. But I'm just letting you know, nicotine is addictive, and I've invested. Okay, so
You have to do this every
guy.
pod?
Say again.
Every pod or just
Well, I
one
think we
time?
gotta like find a way to get around it or something like that. But FTC guy, just want to let you know it's been disclosed, so you can keep on listening to the rest of the pod
Yes.
if you want or not. That's totally fine. Sounds like a great job you got. You're welcome. And shout out Seth.
Addictive is a compliment. You know what I mean? Because everything that's fire is addictive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, vegetables are addictive. It's like heroin, awesome. Sex, awesome.
Yeah.
Those are the only things you just get addicted to.
Yeah, that's a good ass.
So wear that
point.
with a badge of honor.
Yeah,
All right, so
dude.
just be careful, guys.
Yeah, and based on how this episode is edited, if you get sued, you could call Morgan and Morgan.
Okay, let's talk about Timmy in this CNN interview that went crazy.
God bless, dude, Timmy.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Yo, did you guys watch the interview?
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He's great. He's great. I thought he handled it really well. These are my least favorite type of interviews,
Yeah.
where there's a lack of curiosity. I don't like this style of interviewing, which comes off as, again, I can't say like what this person's goal was, but like which comes this style of interviews that I think were popularized. They've been around for a while. Don't get me wrong, but where it's like, this is how I feel about the world, and I'm going to ask you questions that will confirm my belief about the world. Instead of, this is how I feel about the world. Am I off for thinking about this? I'm around somebody who like has in-depth knowledge about this stuff. Tell me if maybe I'm wrong, and maybe tell me if I should change my opinion on it. So it's a lack of curiosity. And I think that one of the great things about Joe and one of the great things about podcasting in general is when you kind of decentralize media is you can be curious. You can ask. You can find shit out. Oh, this person thinks the pyramids were built by aliens. Oh, tell me why you think that. This person doesn't think it. He just had the other guy on, the guy from Egypt who was it. Tell me why it isn't the case, right? And it's like, and I didn't watch that whole interview. Maybe there's ways that he's giving pushback, but this idea of true curiosity. And I think that's why people tend to move away from traditional media, because it didn't feel curious. It felt, this is my opinion on this topic, which just so happens to mirror the opinion of the viewers of the network. And I'm going to bring you on here to either get you to agree with me or humiliate you for not agreeing with me. And Tim is so savvy, he found a way to jujitsu his way out of it and kind of expose the interviewer. But I think this is one of the things that like people as a whole have been rejecting from traditional media, is a lack of genuine curiosity and it's almost like the interviewer is telling you what you are.
I want to
Makes
give
sense?
a little pushback.
Please.
I think there's the place for both of the styles of interviews.
Yeah.
Like I like the way Rogan does, because his is like, he's curious. But like if you go with a journalist who's done their research, if it feels genuine, as long as they're not just like trying to have a moment, like if that's what her views are, and maybe most of the people who watch this channel, they share similar views, I think it's actually good to have the interview from that point of view and then have the person there who can rebut it. It means more. Like I watched that interview, I was like, oh wow, this is good, because this girl went in a little bit narrow-minded and Tim was able to like
That's a great point.
debunk all those things.
I completely agree. I completely agree with what you're saying. In my point, it's like, if you already feel a way about the world and you don't want to change that feeling, then why are you asking somebody to come on your show? If that person was asking to come on your show so they can shine light on this topic that you may feel differently about, that's a different thing. But if you're requesting an interview with somebody just to prove how you already feel about something, the lack of curiosity, I think, creates this like animosity, too strong a word, but almost like for the audience, like I almost kind of want to reject it.
Yeah.
Like her first question I thought was really disrespectful. The opening question was, so you just had a comedy special come out. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, I think on the press run for the comedy special that I just released, I would like to talk about it. That's why I'm here. And then it's like, she goes, okay, give me the short for it. Give me the short of what your special is.
Yeah.
Did you not watch the special? Like, like to me, it's like a disrespect.
Like, let's get this out the way so I can
it's
get
like,
to what I...
do the bare minimum of research of who that person is and why you want to talk to
I
them.
definitely understand, and I would have taken it that way.
Yeah.
I thought what made Tim so effective is he didn't take anything that way.
Personally at all.
And
He did a great job.
to Alex's
Yeah.
point, that does give you the opportunity, if you are an adept speaker, especially in that kind of environment, a person who wants to side with her might be like, this guy's actually making a lot of really good fucking
And I think
points, 'cause
that's,
he ran circles around it.
I think what, to Al's point, it's like, it's great for the viewers, not necessarily maybe her viewers that want to see her opinion, which is also their opinion confirmed, which I think is like an issue with legacy media. It's an issue with like journalism in a lot of ways in terms of like print journalism. It's just like, this is the perspective from this magazine, and we are just going to project that perspective on every different story that we tell. And there's something boring about that. It's like, it's expected. Like, and that's kind of what I didn't like about it. But seeing somebody that's as adept as Tim at like navigating that type of journalism, like he's experienced a lot of it. He's probably watched a lot of it. He also knows comedy way better than she knows comedy.
Yeah.
That's not her field of expertise. He was able to expose her tactics. And I think what ended up going viral was the exposing of her tactics.
Yeah.
You know, her coming in with this idea that there's like no liberal comedian. It's like, they are all liberal.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them is liberal. Like the
then he names
majority,
a
the
bunch,
vast majority are.
Yeah.
Were they planning on putting the entire interview out in its entirety?
I don't.
No, apparently she asked for that.
Oh,
She
good.
wanted that, which is a testament to her. Good
Tim
for her.
did too.
No, I thought...
I think he forced their hand.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put out an edited version, and Tim was upset.
He went on Rogan and he was like, put the whole thing out.
Yeah.
I think he forced their hand, and then if they didn't, they look fraudulent.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it could be very easy to edit it, chop it up. And
My understanding was she asked for it, so maybe I got that wrong. But I also, the best moment in this clip that went viral is when, I don't know if we want to play it or not, but when he names the left of center comedians, and then he goes Louis C.K., and she goes, and he goes, why? Because he's an imperfect person?
Yeah.
And that is like, oh, that is the entire liberal problem.
he's a weird freak, but he's liberal.
Exactly. That is 1,000%.
And that's
You
okay.
want the
And
weird
we're not
freak
going to
vote?
punish him for the rest of his life
Yeah.
because he's into some weird freak shit.
Yeah, but do you want that vote or not? Or you can't vote for me?
And if
that's why y'all lose.
Exactly. If nobody's, this is a greater discussion. We could even get into like a response from some of our recent interviews, Bernie and Pete. But yeah, I'm curious your guys' take on the Tim interview.
I thought her tactic, the Steel Man and like In Good Faith, she kind of was just sort of like asking probing questions, had her own agenda. But I also wonder if there's like a style where she comes in so underspoken, like so soft, kind of like leading questions, but not really like staking her position, trying to get him to say something kind of inflammatory or like a soundbite.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't supposed to go out in its entirety, I feel like that was kind of the strategy. It's like,
And then you can edit however you want.
like, do you think that there's right-wing comedians?
Yeah.
And then do you think there's a lot of right-wing comedians in Texas? And like slowly kind of getting it deeper and deeper.
like nudging you in a direction that she wants you to be already.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like, an unfair way of having an open conversation with somebody.
But no disrespect, is that anything different than what Club Shay Shay does? And that of
Well, what I would do is call Club Shay Shay a gotcha show.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I've said it here.
I think it's a little different because it seems like Shannon will just be like, so here's a huge controversy you're in. What do you think about it? And he'll just sort of just put it out, and then you can deal
That's
with
fair.
it anyway.
Shannon really don't even know.
Shannon don't know the fuck
You
is
don't
going
even know
on,
what's
dude.
going on.
So it's just like, you got caught up in this shit. What's your response?
The fact that he played football for as long as he did and can form full sentences with his brain is a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
But with this lady, it seems like there was a lot of stuff she didn't know. Like she was making assumptions, and then Tim was like, "No, what are you talking about?"
Which is the goes to the point that I'm making, which is like you're coming with assumptions when if there was genuine curiosity and like a good faith conversation, you would just come in not knowing and asking those questions. You know, like
I noticed a moment where she was like, I've been researching stand-up comedy. Right away, I'm like, all right, well, then you don't research. You don't know. You didn't know it coming in. What did you research? And then when I heard the question she was asking, I was like, I don't think you really did any research. I think you talked to a few comedians that you know or people who dabbled in comedy. And these guys don't know, dude, there's a, if you ask people who stand-up comics are, they don't often know the people that we think they would know.
also there was a point where I think she was basically trying to get at which like is the mothership a right-wing comedy club or something like that.
That's what
was
she
like,
wanted Tim to say. She wanted to get that out of him, to say like there's a Republican agenda within the podcast establishment at these comedy clubs that pushes this type of rhetoric.
Yeah, and it's just not the case. Now, here's the thing that is true without a doubt is that things trend and comedians gravitate, just like any other person in life, towards their salvation, right? So like crowd work becomes popular. All these comedians just start doing crowd work, right? YouTube specials become popular. All these comedians posting clips become popular. Everybody does it. There is a time right now where like some of the comedians that are seen now as like edgy and dark were doing PG material trying to get on Comedy Central. So now they're kind of edgy dark because that's maybe allowed. Maybe that was always who they were and they just couldn't find success in that because Comedy Central had a stranglehold on like what comedy was. But comedians do gravitate towards what they believe will be successful. There is no top-down influence in the mothership like Joe going, you have to do jokes about this. But there are surely young comedians that think, oh, maybe the way I get on is if I say these things that I hear the popular people in this scene doing. But there's never any, like Joe likes weirdos. Joe likes misfits. He likes, if you knew Joe's friend group outside of comedy, they're like the most peculiar, like pool sharks and just random people you'll bump into. He just likes, so there's no pressure ever. But I think that's kind of like what she wanted him to say. But to say that there aren't like trends in certain things, like the alt scene in New York had a specific style of comedy that everybody adopted. Like early, when I was coming up in comedy, and Dave Attell, who's always been like the fixture at the Comedy Cellar, every comedian was doing a Dave Attell impression. And they'll admit this themselves. Like all their act outs sounded like Attell, their voices sounded like Attell, their rhythm sounded like Attell. He was so influential that it just kind of trickled down. So there's no question whether that influence exists, but is there like an active push to make people do that? Absolutely not. It's more like, how do I succeed within this system?
And to give her a little grace, maybe she just heard like what you said, and now it's like, oh, I'm assuming that people are being told to, this is the comedy we perform here because I hear that a lot of the young comics who perform here.
She hears a bitter comic who isn't passed at the mothership that says something like, oh, you got to be fucking right wing to get up there. And it's just like, no, you just didn't get passed, and you're trying to find a way to justify you not getting passed outside of you not being funny. But you aren't funny. And there's a lot of people who aren't funny that don't want to just go, maybe I need to get better. Okay, because there's no liberal comedians not allowed at the mothership at all. Like, this doesn't even exist. There are unfunny people that aren't allowed there. Absolutely. They're unfunny conservatives and unfunny leftists.
I think she's a political. I don't know if she's. I don't know this. My feel from the interview is she's like a politically minded person who heard that there is a right wing podcast faction, and that's why Trump got elected. And we need to go see what's going on with that.
Let's talk about
Right-wing
that.
comic podcast.
Optically, it looked like that during the election.
which is a high. I mean,
So she's looking at all these Republicans going on podcasts and being like, well, obviously there's an agenda.
And let's talk about this because I find this very interesting. I'm not saying this is since our interviews with Pete or Bernie, but obviously we had these interviews with Pete and Bernie that were incredibly viral, and then you've seen a lot more figures in left-wing media be incredibly outspoken about criticism of the administration, not Trump, but of the last administration, the Biden administration, and Democrats in general. And the criticisms that they're echoing are not dissimilar to the criticisms that maybe us and other people in the podcast space have been saying for maybe the last 4 years. Okay? Almost identical talking points. Us talking about Biden being old and inept and maybe unfit was seen as an extreme right-wing talking point.
Yeah.
Now it is commonplace. Jake Tapper wrote a whole book about it, right?
Insane, by the way.
The same, now, and again, we shouldn't be bitter. You got to let people get to places. But the same people that have tried to position us as some extreme right-wing and some of our colleagues as some extreme right-wing, the same people who have tried to position us in that way and spoke about this in that way are now echoing the exact talking points that we have made for 4 years. Does that make them extreme right wing now?
Yeah.
Are they extreme right wing
Yeah.
people? Like, or were we seeing something that they just missed,
I refuse to see.
or refuse to see because of top down influence? I don't know what exactly it is, but I think it's an interesting conversation to have. You see, I think left wing media started to wake up a little bit.
Yeah, the Jake Tapper thing bothers me because it's so disingenuous.
Hey,
We've learned this since the election, really. So on November 5th, 6th, you learned all this and then had time to write a book by May. Like a full fucking book that went through edits and God knows what else. You had no idea at CNN that Joe Biden was incompetent and senile, and now you're finding it. It's just like such a load of horse shit. And then to position us as this, I know 2 of us didn't vote for Trump, at least. So we're not these guys that you want to make us. And it is annoying. I think it's more so when you're a minority, when it's like, don't make me that.
Yeah.
I'm not your little mascot for right wing anything. Fuck you. Or left wing anything, but right wing especially. You're not going to make me look like some sellout because you want to lie about your president's mental health and I don't.
Yeah, I think that now I think when you're in a position of power, which they thought that they were, and it's easy to like be wrapped up in your little echo chamber, you don't have to consider what people are feeling as much, or at least you think you don't. And then when you lose an election, there is self-reflection for the smart people. It's very easy. A lot of people have lost the election. It's no different than like not getting past at a comedy club, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, it's all their fault. It's nothing to do with me. And I think that you're seeing a lot of people in left-wing media and smart people in left-wing media that are starting to go, hey, there are things that we can change. You know, like Ezra Klein wrote that book. I think Derek Thompson wrote this book, Abundance. And it's like criticisms of left-wing policies and how potentially it got us here. And they were rebuked by a lot of left-wing sources. And it's like, no. They're trying to call out the things that they believe will help their party.
Yeah.
And even that criticism, there's like this rejection.
Yeah.
But you're starting to see it, I don't know, I don't want to say like weaken, but you're starting to see people soften to this idea. And what's very interesting is I don't think at any point in time they're going to go, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have painted all those other people as this extreme line of thinking now that we have the exact same thoughts as them. There's no apology, there's no accountability, there's no nothing. So they have to deal, like Jake Tapper should deal with the criticism he's getting. Like
People within these political establishments will move slower in general than cultural critics.
Yes, of course.
Like comedians and a lot of like people in media and podcasters in general, like respond to culture and they're able to do it quickly and have less to lose.
Well, it just felt like the cultural critics are saying the same thing about us as a medium.
I see.
That's where I think I'm a little annoyed.
And I think you have every right to be annoyed, but like the advantage, I think, or the competitive advantage in terms of like understanding people that we might have is that we literally travel the country every single weekend. We go to liberal cities, conservative cities, neutral cities. We go every single weekend and we perform for these people. We talk to these people. So we start to get a good understanding of what people are frustrated by. That's different than like sitting in your Upper East Side office,
Yep.
surrounded by a bunch of Ivy League kids who are just telling you that you're right.
Yeah.
And then calling up some consulting firm who's just going to be staffed by the exact Ivy League kids that aren't working for you.
Yeah.
You're just talking to the same groups of people. So you're not actually talking to quote unquote real Americans. They're Americans too, of course, but you're not talking to a diverse group. And now that you're on board, it's interesting to see what happens. I actually think this is healthy. I think this is healthy because I think it like helps the party get a real understanding of who they potentially lost. And is it that you don't have a podcast, or is it that you're not talking to people outside of your echo chamber? And when you are talking to people outside your echo chamber, it's usually some gotcha shit like this interview with Tim. It's like you exit your echo chamber and the goal is to prove that that person is part of this like new mainstream media where everybody's trying to help each other and manipulate, the country and its voters to go in a certain direction. No, it's not that.
And also, Hollywood has been incredibly left of center for decades. How is that not more powerful than 6 guys with podcasts?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just easier to point the finger,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to think that you did anything wrong. It's easier for California to be like, oh, but look at the podcast. That's what's causing this. Oh, no, maybe there's some policies there.
Yeah.
Maybe you got some zoning laws that are making it very difficult to build housing. And because of that, you have this massive housing shortage. Maybe it's on you. Maybe it's on you in those zoning laws. And maybe that bureaucracy is making it difficult to build, whereas in other places it's not as difficult to build, and therefore there's more housing. And you can take that on the chin. You can go, hey, we should change this, because our people need us to do it so they can live better lives. Instead of going, podcasters are bros in the manosphere and they're sexist and bigots. It's like the oldest playbook in the world.
What makes me a little discouraged, is my understanding is a lot of like the Democratic political consultants now are like, well, let's get a liberal podcast. And it's like, you guys really don't understand
They're throwing
what happened.
tens of millions of dollars. You had one. It was called the Joe Rogan Experience.
And
And then you threw them out.
And exactly to what you were saying earlier, we're not, most of us, I don't think very few of us are a party. We are just reflective of what people are feeling because we travel the country, especially the comedians, like you said. So that's just figure out what people are feeling and deal with that. And then we'll be happy. Hey, everybody I travel and talk to is happy as fuck. These guys are doing great. Like, instead of changing the policies, they're like, well, let's just throw money. Instead of throwing it at poor people who could use it, let's throw it at a podcaster.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You guys don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's really funny. It's like the biggest interview of Pete's career is when he came on the pod. Bernie's interview was like incredibly successful, do you need a liberal Joe Rogan, or do you just need to come on podcasts
Yeah.
that you avoided?
That's a
that
great
you
fucking
were
point.
asked to come on.
Great fucking point.
It's not about having a liberal or conservative. It's about coming on places that are curious, that are not trying to like pit you as a specific thing or get you or edit an interview to make you look bad so that the people that are consuming that network's content feel good about their political opinions. Like an honest conversation is what people, or a good faith conversation is what people are going to enjoy. And that happened.
Yeah.
And like, I literally saw the media from the Pete interview. It was like, Pete goes on right-wing pod and has great conversation and totally convinces them stuff. And then after the Bernie one happened, you started to see like the conversation go from like extreme right to just like, Bernie has fantastic conversation on Flagrant podcast. Like even the way we're seen. It's like, well, yeah, maybe if you continue to do that. Now, if Kamala came on, people would know she sucks because she sucks. But that's on her. But that's on her. She's just a very unpopular candidate.
I just wish they didn't lie. We asked so many times to let her
They'll
expose the
lie.
fact that she sucks.
They all lie.
Or doesn't. I think we could have had a great interview with her. I think one of our strengths is just getting people to have fun. And I think we could, if we could have gotten her to have fun, it would have been fantastic.
So funny. There's a guy who wrote an article that we're featured in, and he'll remain nameless. But like after the Pete interview, and in the article, we always say this is the greatest hang on the universe.
Yeah.
And I say it was because I think we get like the best side of people out. It's not this rigid interview. Like we're having fun, but we're still getting to learn stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's the best interview I've seen Pete do. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. And even though he kind of wrote an article shitting on us, right?
Yeah.
And
Not kind of.
Then Bernie comes out. He goes, dude, that's the best Bernie article I've ever seen. I'm like, are you not even able to realize that, like, we told you it's the best hang. You just saw two.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. In the article, he literally is like, I disagree that it's the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. I don't know if it's the best hang.
I can think of many places that would be better.
You got to retract that interview.
But that's
Put some corrections
Yeah,
in that
an
shit.
addendum.
Yeah.
But isn't that interesting? It's like you get to put something out there, and then like you don't ever have to
don't have
address
to deal
it,
with
and
consequences.
narratives go fly, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next election cycle. I'm optimistic because we already see that they are talking everywhere now, or they're starting to. So it's like,
And I think we can weed out some of the shitty people that are getting propped up.
that's what I'm saying.
Like, there won't be another Kamala if we have a fucking primary
Yep.
and we get to talk to these guys for 3 hours, not just us, but whoever.
Yeah.
Talk to these guys for 3 hours, get to know them a little bit and be like, oh, I like him or I don't. At the very least, you'll say, I like the president we have.
Yeah.
I like him or her.
If you're a politician, if you don't go speak everywhere, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
You got
Facts.
something to hide.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. That's a great point. I think that, Americans are definitely opening up to that.
Yeah. And in addition to being willing to go on platforms, having good enough ideas that you're able to package them for the audience. You know what I mean? I think that was part of the Democrats' concern is like, oh, do we have strong enough ideas that we can defend no matter where we are? And even if you're in a place, like this show that's not particularly hostile, like, oh, do you think Biden's in good mental condition? They're just like, we have no answer. And so they have to lie or they have to admit and then, political suicide. So you have to also have good enough ideas you can defend regardless.
And the only way that you get your defense up is by defending.
Yeah.
You don't know how good your idea is until you're sitting there. Like Jordan Peterson didn't know how Christian he was until he's sitting with this atheist kid that cooked him, right? And now he got to, sit with that. And he goes, okay, how can I better argue that? How can I, maintain the privacy of my faith, not let someone pigeonhole me into this if he is truly a Christian, without making it look like I'm not a non-believer. And he's going to have to, if he wants to, he's going to have to sit with that. And I think the Democrats can do that. It seemed like Republicans were more willing to have those conversations and deal with that criticism.
There's more grace within the party. If you get one thing wrong, it's like, they look the other way. Maybe too much grace. But within the Democrats, there's no grace at all.
I also think there's something about like not being the party in power, where you get to point at what the party in power is doing wrong.
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
So they're on the defense because they're the ones in control. So if things are going bad and you're in control, you have to have a reason for that. And if you go on podcasts where they start going, hey, why is housing so expensive? Like, you got to explain that shit.
Yeah.
That's true, but the party in power is still blaming the party that's no longer in power for everything going wrong.
That's what.
It's like,
That shit worked before.
yeah, I know. Like, run that shit back.
But he was one term before.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there were some other things that went on, but like still it was one term before.
Yeah.
So you got to have answers and you got to show people that like things are trending in the direction that they feel will make their lives better.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments from the interview with Tim and the journalist is like the idea of podcast as an institution or like an establishment. She kept saying podcast establishment.
Yeah.
And Tim did a great job of saying like, it's not some type of centralized force where like you have all these journalists that are working under this umbrella that all have this agenda. Like, that's an establishment. And so that's one great point. But then in addition to that, any podcaster, whether it's, like Tim, Rogan, any of us, anything that we say is then criticized and scrutinized. And if there's something that's incorrect, that'll be analyzed. Whereas like the journalists can say things that are incorrect and then there's no scrutiny or recourse for that in any significant way.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's just a little thing at the bottom. So they can say whatever, and they're not really scrutinized. It kind of can hide under the establishment. And that, to me, proves that the podcast establishment is not really an establishment because you can be criticized for one little mistake you make.
And then every week, we're going to be back on here. We're going to have to talk about it. If it's a big enough story, we're going to have a conversation about it.
And you have to address it. You have to correct it. Like, has to be some type of recourse, whereas it seems like journalists don't have that in the same way.
I also think, and I could be wrong here, that there might be a little bit of, sometimes I get this from like the traditional media sources. There's like almost like a, they use like podcast as like a pejorative almost. It's like, or podcast bro, or like there's this like, we would just call it like hate for podcasting. Not actual hate, they don't like despise podcasting, but there's like, they're like annoyed by it or perturbed by it. And I think there's a little part of me that's like, I wonder if some of these traditional media figures lack the confidence to go out on their own. They don't know if people will watch or listen if they're just putting out their own show. They have more confidence being part of CNN or part of Fox or part of one of these big media establishments. But like going out on your own is terrifying because you get to find out if people actually like you or are interested in you and are entertained by you or not. It's scary, right?
You got to self-finance
You
it.
got you not only self-finance, you get to deal with the fact that people either like you or they like the logo. And there's a lot of people that aren't willing to take that risk. Do people like you or the logo? And because at the end of the day, a lot of these people are just doing podcasts. Like that girl's just doing a podcast. She doesn't need to do it. Let me get out. Like she doesn't need to do it with CNN. She could do it with anyone. Just why would you do it for CNN? Just do it by yourself and become like one of the biggest interview shows in the world. It's like there's a whole podcast studio at WTF where you could hire. Like take the risk. And I think that like we've done it and taken the risk and put our money up, but also like put our egos up. It could not go well. We could find out that people are not interested. They just want the logo. You know, there's people at the New York Times who like we might not be interested in if they weren't part of the New York Times.
Yeah.
They're fans of the New York Times, not necessarily fans of the people. There are fighters that we watch because they're part of the UFC, but we might not watch them if they went up by themselves. Like, so the brand offers protection. And I think sometimes you feel this like scrutiny coming from those specific figures. And I think part of it deep down is this insecurity of like, I don't know if I could go out on my own. And I'm upset that they thought that they could and it's working. Because you're making the same content, only you got a daddy.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Al?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't think all people intended to put themselves out there in that way. Like some
fair.
people like
That's fair,
really
too.
like journalism, like media. They
Totally.
It used to stand for something. You know?
Yeah,
So it's like
that's fair.
I do feel there are people that went to journalism school, and it's like, yo, I want to get the truth out there. I want to spread the message, but I don't care about being the face of things.
I totally agree with you. And I think that like, and there's also a version where it's like they want to be able to interview important people, but when you do this on your own, you got to start with the people that you have built relationships with. You know, like I don't know if that girl could get an interview, Tim Dillon, if she isn't with CNN, if she's just that girl. You know, and like you have to go through, like we went through, a decade of building up to the point where you could sit down with the president, you could sit down with the senator, you know, you could sit down with a fucking Joe Rogan, you know, you could sit down with musicians, you could sit down with all these different people. And it takes years of your life toiling in obscurity, like trying to make ends meet to get there. And so I think there's a little part of it where there's like a little resentment.
Yeah.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I don't want to put that on her specifically, but sometimes I do feel that.
And I don't think he's saying this about all journalists. I think he's saying it about the ones who speak about us in like a pejorative fashion.
Yeah.
They're like kind of looking down on us.
I can think another option would be maybe that's coming from a place of they're losing power.
That's a good point too. It's
Yeah.
like, why the fuck did I'm with this big institution.
Yeah.
I'm with the big brand. I'm doing all these things. Why the fuck are people watching those four guys just making fun of each other's clothes on a podcast?
Yeah,
Like,
I did everything right. I went to journalism school.
Yeah.
I did the internships. I met all the right people. And yet, this guy that just graduated, that his comedy is now able to talk to the president. Why can't I do that?
yeah.
could be.
That's probably infuriating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to give them some grace, we might have been a part of the institutions if they didn't
let us.
reject all our ideas. They hated everything we believed in.
Yeah.
Comedy Central just had to put out a special. We'd have no YouTube special. Yeah, that's simple. All they have to do is just put out one. Let me fail on your network. You know what I mean? You could have put out one and failed, and then okay, we got the answer from the people, but then the people decided a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blockbuster to delivery. No Netflix.
100%. Anyway, thank y'all so much. We love you. We appreciate you. We are so grateful that you've been watching and listening. Man, climbing those charts was pretty awesome. It was really, really awesome. And thank you guys so much for spreading the word and keeping the asshole army alive and thriving. And let's keep running it up, man. This is very, very exciting, man. To be in this shit for over a decade and be making waves still is massive, massive, massive achievement. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on Patreon. Peace.